Hey everybody, this is Matthew Nays. We are going to go over the Foundations syllabus as well as look at the website that we're going to be using for Foundations. Alright, so let me zoom in a bit so we can see everything. Most of this I'm going to skip over because you can feel free to read for yourself, but the important part is most things are going to be due on Tuesday because we'll just keep with the schedule that everything's due on Tuesday. There's going to be two big dates for Foundations, which is May 19th and let me see when the end of June is. Basically the end of the course, which is June, I think 23rd. So May 19th, June 23rd. Yeah, it sounds about right. So those are the two important dates when basically everything needs to be done. Okay. So one big thing about the syllabus is this right here. This is my cell phone number. What I want you to do, if you ever have a question on Foundations or Quantitative, it doesn't matter which one, basically take a picture of either the question or take a picture of your work or both, and then text that to me because I can quickly respond to you. Now, I'm playing around with a website or an app called Edmodo. I may decide to pick that up, but as of right now, that's my cell phone number. Take a picture, text me a picture, and I should be able to get back to you pretty quickly. The reason why I want to use Edmodo is because I can also post videos in response to your question instead of just writing things out. It might make things better for everybody. So if there's an Edmodo, if I do create an Edmodo, I'll post a video about Edmodo. And getting everybody to use that app. It's a website or it's an app. Either one is fine. I just suggest use the app because it sends you alerts whenever anybody posts anything on it. So we'll see about that. Again, I'm not going to go through the biography. It really doesn't make a difference. I don't want to waste your time. And most of this I'm going to skip through. There is one thing. We want to have the TI-36X Pro calculator. It does look like I have an example of that right here. So, where are we again? Okay. Zoom, there we go. I only have a temporary access to it, so hopefully it lasts me enough to get through the course. 90 days doesn't sound like a lot, though, so maybe not. All right, so this is the let me make this bigger. This is the calculator right here. This is exactly what it looks like, except for it should say 36X Pro, not 30X Pro. I don't know if a 30X Pro exists. This is just the way that the software has it for me. But it should be black, a blue button. These should be silverish, okay? But this is what I'm going to use to kind of help you go through everything. Like, for example, if you want to type in a fraction, here's the fraction button right here in your calculator. So you click that, now you can create a fraction, say like 18 over 34, and press enter, and it will reduce the fraction for you. And that may be one of your questions that you have in Foundations, is to reduce a fraction. Or you may want to convert a decimal to a fraction, so you type in 0.125, and nope, let's delete that. And you want to convert this to a fraction, you want to use this right here, which is the fraction decimal conversion button, and press enter, and it'll convert it to a fraction for you. So there's also mixed numbers. Okay, so to get a mixed number, you press second and then 7, because right above that, anything in blue is going to be what you get when you press second. So second and 7, that gives us the mixed number down here. So again, we can type in mixed numbers. So 3 and 4/7, or let's say 4/9. Okay, and we want to convert that to a regular number. So we press, nope. All right. So we have so we want to convert this to a mixed number. Just basically do the conversion and press enter, and that'll convert to a decimal, convert it back, press the conversion button again, and then it gets it to an improper fraction. So again, that's this kind of stuff that I'll show you guys in some of the videos of how to do this on a calculator. So just make sure you keep up with the video lessons that I'm going to post on Canvas. Again, let me log on Canvas real quick. I'll post an email alerting you guys about this. So, Lindenwood Canvas, Lindenwood Canvas. Please don't do this. I don't know why it asked me to do this cell phone every time, but it does. 329140. Alright, so I'll be posting videos for foundations right here. So here's the intro video. We're also going to have like example videos down here of how to do some of the questions. So this, again, you need to be using this Canvas. We're going to be using Canvas, and we're going to be using Hawks for all the foundations. So watch the intro video, make sure you figure out, you know how to get signed up for Hawks. All right. So let's go back here. That was one of the things. The books we're using. We're using Foundations of Math textbook, but we're not actually using a textbook. We just need access to the online resource. And again, watch the other video to show how to get access to it. And then Math for Business and Finance, that's for Quantitative. Again, you don't need the book. You just need access to the website. By the way, there's supposed to be a first assignment. I don't do first assignments. Okay. My first assignment is getting signed up. Get signed up for the course. Okay. Because you have to be ready from day one to get started on the work. Okay, so if you want a first assignment, get signed up for the course. Okay, what I mean by get signed up for the course, get signed up for the online access. All right, a lot of this is just jargon, so I'm going to skip on down to the important stuff. Again, attendance, you can't do anything. It's all online right now. Cell phones, all online. There are no pre-class assignments anymore. Homework, do your homework. Do your homework. It will be very difficult to just succeed in this class without you doing your work. So make sure you follow the lessons, get your work done, and you'll be fine. If you do your work, you will be fine. Okay. Quizzes, there are going to be two. Okay, it says in class. Now they're take home. So take home quizzes. What I'm going to do with the quizzes is they're going to be 3 chances on them. You will get 3 chances, and I'll keep the best score. So take it. If you don't like your score, take it again, and you get a 3rd chance in case you don't like both scores. I'll take the highest score. All right. Exams, there's going to be an exam. I don't remember if it's the 18th or 19th. I got to remember what day we have this class on. So if we have class on a Tuesdays, then it's going to be the 19th. It really doesn't make a difference. I'm going to post an exam. I might as well make everything due on Tuesday, so the 19th, and then the 23rd. It really makes no difference when our class is. So, attendance and participation, again, that you'll get free 10% of your grade just by doing your work and keeping up and making sure you get all your work done. And the big things I want to see is your quizzes and your midterm. Your quizzes, your midterm, and your final. So I want to make sure you get those guys done. That's what's going to count for your participation, is getting those done. Okay. Again, there's no pre-class assignments anymore, so that's taken off. I basically just deleted that and put that on homework, so it's 20% homework. Okay, that's how important homework is. It's 20% of your grade. Okay. Late work, there's no really penalty for late work. Just get your work done. There's not really any late work because everything's due the day we take the test on it. So basically, once we test on it, that's it. All right. Quantitative, again, quantitative, same kind of setup. So we'll talk more about quantitative in this website again. Again, pre-class assignments, I don't do those. I just add that to your homework. Homework is 20%. Big thing is down here. This is how we're going to do everything. All right. So for foundations, the whole idea is I'm not going to do all this because we just don't have time. So I'm going to basically, what I'm going to do for foundations is all of this. So even if you log on, if you've already got access, you should see right now that all the assignments are open for available to do. Nothing is closed. Quantitative is a different story because I kind of want you to do this on a week-by-week basic. So go watch the video for quantitative, and then I'm going to make a video for how to do some of the questions on the homework. Okay, and then once you have everything done, you just wait for the next week. This is going to be week by week, because these quantitative is going to be the hard class. Foundations is going to be the easy part. Everybody's going to pass foundations. Okay, just got to do the work. If you don't do the work, you don't pass. That's how you fail my course, is if you don't do the work. All right, so all this is going to be open, and then this is going to be open. So basically what I need you to do is keep up with what's going to be open. All right, so everything that's going to be open, and then that once you're ready, we'll have the midterm on. Oh wow, I did not change these dates. Look at that. Forgot to change these dates. Oops. Yeah, I'll get those changed in a bit, okay? All right. So just basically make sure you have everything ready for, I want to say May 19th is the day we're going to take the midterm. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to give you midterms on the same day. So what I'm going to do is for quantitative, because it's we're starting quantitative on the first night, basically, I'm going to have that test due on, let me see here. Hold on. Sorry, so we do, here's the chapter 8 that day, chapter 13, chapter 16, so 8, 13, 16, chapter 10, and then chapter 19. That means the quantitative would be, the test on quantitative would due on the 12th of May. Okay, so 12th of May is going to be when we're going to do the quantitative midterm. 19th of May is for the foundations midterm. Now, everything is open notes. Everything is open notes. Okay, so make sure you get your homework done. Make sure you take notes on all your homework, and I would set aside a separate little file, a separate little folder or notebook for your homework, because your test is made up of homework questions. Now, you may also want to look at, should be available for both foundations and both quantitative, a midterm review. Do the midterm review as practice. Open it as many times as you want. You don't even have to finish all the homework assignments. You could do chapter 8 homework, open the midterm review. The first few questions are going to be chapter 8 questions. All right? So just keep opening up the midterm review and do the next few questions. Okay? That's what I want you to practice on for the midterm. You have a midterm review, you'll have a final review, because there's only one test. But it's open notes, open homework. Please just keep some good notes, keep some good homework. Again, I'll have some videos on how to do some of the questions from the homework. Make sure you watch them, especially for quantitative, foundations as well, but mostly for quantitative. A lot of foundations at the very beginning is going to be so simple that I'm going to just look, you'll see the video, just be, all right, look at this, you can do this on a calculator. And I may even show you a couple of questions on how to do it on a calculator, but a lot of that's going to be up to you. Okay, now again, there's going to be different setup. I should have done this, I believe on the intro course I showed you where the videos are. Let's go through foundations to how you're going to do with foundations. All right, so foundations, once you get logged onto Hawks, and this is what your dashboard should look like once you get logged onto Hawks, right here is one thing. A lot of people stay right here to get everything done, but don't do this, okay? Don't do this. Again, what you want to do is you want to say, all right, what's the first assignment that I need done, okay, for foundations, and that is 1.1 to 1.5, all right? So, view course, to-do list, everything is right here. Okay, to-do list, 1.1 to 1.5. Now, reading and writing whole numbers. Here's how this is going to work. You have 3 sections. The only section that actually counts as homework, the only section that's actually graded, is the certify section. So I won't know if you ever do the learn. I won't know if you ever do the practice. The certify is what you have to do. Now, for some of this, you're going to want to do the learn. Some of this, you may want to skip into the practice. It depends on what it is. Reading and writing whole numbers, there's some tricky parts to it, so you definitely want to do the learn. Okay, And we'll go over some of these that looks like you can just probably do all this on a calculator, but you can't do this on a calculator. The first part is write a whole number and its English word equivalent, and then write a whole number in its standard and expanded notation. So here's all the notes I would do in class. Okay, here we have our number position. This is only for whole numbers. Okay, no decimal values here, not for chapter 1. All right. So we talked about whole numbers, and we talked about natural numbers. The difference between whole numbers and natural numbers is number 0 in whole numbers. There's no 0 in natural numbers, because natural numbers are like counting numbers. We don't start with 0. And then we talk about place value. So we have the tens placement and all the stuff. So again, there's little notes. There's even videos on how to do everything. Feel free to watch the videos. All right. Again, this is going to be what you need. If you need to watch every video because you struggle in math, then I will watch every video and take notes. All right. So this goes through expanded notation. Expanded notation just means you write everything as a sum of its number positions. So that's 800 plus 60 plus 5. All right. So this would be 900 plus 50 plus 4. And then even, I think it gives you some practice questions. Now you have to be careful. Anytime it's a 0, you would just include a 0. So 6,000 plus 500 plus 0 plus 7. All right. So let's see here. Like here, again, display answer. You could write down, you can do this little practice section. So we have 30,000. Now, for some reason, I'm going to say they require a comma for the 10,000s position and the 100,000 position if you give them that, but not for the 1,000 position. So when you do 2,000, you can just do 2000. They don't require a comma. See? No comma here. All right. So 0, because there's no number here, so you just do 0, and then 80 plus 1. All right, and then writing everything out in English. Now, we have a hard time with English because we like to use the word and when we do this. So a lot of people say 1,397. A lot of people like to use the word and. We don't use the word and at all unless we are talking about a decimal place. So there's no ands here. Okay, you'll have ands when you're dealing with decimals, but not here. Now, also no hyphens unless you're doing the last number. If it's like a 2-digit number like 97 or 68 or 55, that's the only hyphen. Nothing else is a hyphen. So it's 1,300, no hyphens, 97, there's the hyphen. Okay, this would be 9,076,000. So there again, there's a 2-digit number, 76,532. Again, no ands whatsoever. All right, even it's all down here. So there's practice, all this stuff, and feel free to go through this. Once you're done with it, you'll take you back out here, and you can even do the practice questions. Now, practice questions would basically be like doing the homework, but with extra help. Okay, so for example, here's the question. You go, oh man, I forgot how to do this. There's a little tutor button down here. Go click on the tutor button. You have a couple of options. One is to walk you through step by step. One is to take you back to the learn section that covers this concept. And one is just to say, what's the answer? Because if I know the answer, I can probably work this backwards. Okay, so here's the answer. And then you go back to practice, and what they're going to do is give you a new number. Okay, or they'll give you the answer because you've already selected the answer. So you can use next, or you can do try similar. Try similar says, now we can type this in. So 40,000 plus 7,000. Again, we don't need any comma for the 7,000 for some reason. Don't know why. 890 plus 2. Nope, not 21, 2. No spaces, no nothing. All right. All right, and then write the English word equivalent. So this would be, and we can make sure you spell things correctly. That's my worst part. So 64,000. 49. All right, submit answer. Oh, what did I do wrong? Did I misspell something? Let me try that again. Try again. Maybe there's a... probably just misspelled something. Oh, Huh. Let's look at tutor here, see what I did wrong. Solution. Oh, I forgot the comma. They are that picky. That picky. Okay, so you have to be very careful. They want the comma after each position change. So 64,000, comma, 49. All right, back to practice. Let's try similar. So this will be 40,000. Nope, no numbers. I want to do a number. So 40,000, comma, 200. And there we go. All right. So this is how the practice would work. And basically, you can. The nice thing about the practice is you can always skip around and say, all right, I know how to do this one, so I'm going to just skip the next one. All right, this one's fine. I know how to skip the next one. This one's fine. Skip the next one. All right, this is the one I wanted to work on. Okay. Then you can try it. You can skip around. That's how the practice. You can save, exit, doesn't really matter to me. Okay, exit out, saving, makes no difference. That's not for a grade. The certify is what for a grade. Now when you do the certify, there's a little heart up here that tells you how many questions you can get wrong. You can get one question wrong and still get 100% credit. All right, so that's what that one says. I get one mistake, and that's it. Now notice there's no tutor button down here. There's no skip question. You have to answer them in order. Okay. So it doesn't let you jump around and do the easy questions and leave the hard questions off. You have to answer them in order. All right, once you completed it, once you've reached the last question, in fact, once you answer, because you can get one question wrong, if you answer 6 questions in a row correctly, that last question you don't have to do. It'll say you certify, and you can continue or you can exit. It makes no difference, but I'm going to say go ahead and make sure you at least see every question. If you certify before you finish, make sure you continue just to see every question, because that may be the question that's on your midterm or quiz. Okay, at least look every question. Just because you certified doesn't mean you can just stop, all right? I mean, you can, and I won't know any difference, to be honest, but you should see every question because any question is up for availability on what's on the quiz or the test. All right, and that's how you're going to do this. Now, what I mentioned before, you have a couple, by the way, the certify, you have a couple save and exits. You have like a certain number of save and exits when you do this. So in case you don't finish, or if you want to go back to the practice and practice some more, I think you get like 3 or 4 save and exits to where you can just start back up where you left off on. So in case you just kind of get stuck on something, you can go back to the practice or back to learn and then go back to the certify without losing all your work. And here's the thing. You have to get it done. You have to certify for me to know that you did any of it. I will not know if you've done any of it unless you reach the certify. All right. Now again, I did mention some of the questions you can probably skip straight through because they're super easy. Like for example, addition, subtraction with whole numbers. Let's just go straight to certify. This right here, you can do on a calculator. So let me break that calculator out. Let me minimize it so we can see everything. Maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. So that is, I'm gonna clear all this. I type 682 plus 298. The 980. There we go. Next question. All right, this one. This seems pretty much bigger, but that's fine. You have a calculator for a reason. 601188 plus 44165 plus 68487 plus 841471. That is 1495311. Notice I didn't put any commas in here, so they may not like it. So let's try similar. If you do try similar, yeah, they you have to do the whole question over again. So let's do this so I can see everything as I go. So that would be clear this 76459858006. 764 598 598. You do have to type in everything correctly. Plus 58060 plus 45935 plus 739662. So I have 1608255. I'll put a comma here and a comma here. So there you go. Make sure you put your commas in. Okay, they are going to be looking for that. All right, and again, another question. I'll just go ahead and answer just so you can see what the certified looks like. Plus 103. Oh, clear. Oh, that'd just be 874. All right, okay. Properties of addition. Again, this is where you may want to learn. This right here is called the identity property. You can add 0 to anything and it remains the same. So that's the additive identity. This is called the, I want to say the associative property. Oh, no, commutative property, because commutative property switches order. Associative property changes what's in the parentheses. So 6 and 9 stayed in the parentheses. If it changed from 6 plus 9 plus 3 to 6 and then parentheses 9 plus 3, the parentheses change positions. That is the associative property. So this should be commutative property. All right, 16. All right, so here you go. Here's what it says. Congratulations, you mastered the lesson. Keep going and try the remaining questions. Continue. Now, once you've mastered it, you can stop. Save and exit certify. You're done. You've reached, you got the little gold medallion here. You have reached mastery of the lesson. But still, go ahead and answer the last 2 questions. 3, let me do that over here. 331 minus 122. So 209. And last question. All right, I'm just going to do 7. You could do this by hand if you really want. No, I don't do that there. So 7000000. Give enough zeros. Minus 2349865. That is 4, comma 650, comma 135. All right. Okay, and then it'll take you to this page right here, which says, you certified, you good, moving on. You can retake, but no, don't. Okay, it's a waste of time to retake it. So back to course. Again, once you certified, you can technically finish, and I wouldn't know. Okay. So some of these questions like multiplication, division, all that right there you can do in your calculator. Rounding is gonna be a different story. Okay. Rounding, I definitely want you to learn, do the practice. You really need to be good at rounding, especially for quantitative. We're going to be rounding nearest whole penny. We're going to be rounding nearest 100%. So definitely want to know what that means. Exponents and order of operations. This I may go through just to show you how to do this on a calculator. Okay. And then I think, let me see, we needed 2.1 and 11.2b. Now, the thing is, it goes in order by number, so 2.1's here, but 11.2b is here. Okay, so make sure you do 11.2b, because that's going to be on the quiz. Basically, I want to say what's going to be on the quiz covers Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Yeah, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and then 11.2b. Oh, and 7.5. Basically, everything on this last few pages of the syllabus up to where it says quiz should be on the quiz. Now, notice that this says this is during the quiz. This isn't due. This is due the next week. Okay, so this is not going to be on the quiz. Chapter 7 is not going to be on the quiz. It's Chapter 1, Chapter 2, 7.5, Chapter 3, because I think that's the only thing in Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and 11.2b. Now, from that, all of that plus Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 is going to be on the midterm. Chapter 6 is not going to be on the midterm. Okay, so Chapter 6 and Chapters The rest of chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, and chapter 11 should be on the final. Now, the final is cumulative, so it covers the whole year. Say year. The whole quarter. It covers everything in the course. Okay. Same thing with quantitative. All right. Now, the way quantitative is going to work is, let's go here. Make this a little bigger. Let me see here. So student view. Here it is. So chapter 8 homework, again, like the midterm review and the chapter 8 homework. If you can't find the homework will be due next week. Okay, the homework should be due, and this says October 2nd, so I need to change that. Let's return to instructor review so we can look at it, because I copy and paste this from a previous course. All right, so match dates. So since our first class is next week, this should be due, yeah, April 14th. Yeah, save. I don't know why it said October 2nd. Maybe it says it started October 2nd, so that's fine, because that's when I made the course. All right, so student view. Again, if you can't find something and it's not on your main page here, go to the dates, calendar. So this is March, so you see when chapter 8 homework is due, the midterm review. Again, the reviews are none of the reviews for any of my courses are for a grade, they're just for your benefit. You can click on the chapter 8 homework and we could start it like over here, begin. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through some of these whenever we have a course. Like, I'll have a separate little chapter 8 homework video that goes through how to do some of these questions. Okay. But here we go for taxes. Again, most people know taxes is just the percent times the amount. So if it's 62,000 times 8%, we can do that on our calculator. And I'm just going to dual screen this again. So that's fine. So I can zoom in just a little bit so you can see everything. Say a little bit. Let's clear all this. Let's see if I can clear this too, because that's a lot of stuff. So we have 62,000, so 62000 times, oh, something's missing here. Let me clear this. 62000. All right, make sure it shows up. All right, times 8%. Now you can actually do percent on your calculator. It's right here above the division button, so second percent. And then enter. So $4,960. Now here's the benefit of using Connect, is you can check your answer before you submit. So check my work. Green means good. Red X means bad. There you go. Once you have green, move on to the next question. All right. So say I did this one and I typed in the wrong answer, so 125 and 16. Okay, I know these are wrong answers because they don't even make sense. So 125 and 16. Okay, got my work. Red X's. Okay, return to question. Now you may see, let's if I get this right, let's see here, because I know how to do this question, and I'll go over how to do this on the video for the course. So this says actual sales. So actual sales is a fraction, and 1125, and the denominator is the 1 minus sales tax. So 1 minus 6%. So the actual sale is 1196.81. 1196.81. Now if I click check my work, it's going to say this. Okay, that should be correct. Did I type in something wrong? Oh, it's 1 plus. Is it 1 plus? It is 1 plus, not 1 minus. My bad. Now here's the beauty of the calculator, by the way. If you scroll up and highlight what you typed in and press enter, you can actually edit it. Just press the arrow key until you get to where you want it, and it should be plus, enter. So 1061.32 is the answer. So 1061.32. And check my work. So it's green check, but it has a red X here. Okay, it just means you haven't finished it. This answer is correct. That just means you didn't finish it. So you have to answer all parts of it to get for that to go away. Okay. Now, if I wanted to find the sales tax, I would just find the difference between 1125 and 1061.32. So 1125 minus 1061.32. $63.68. Get my work. And there we go. Now, here's the thing. We have, let's see here, 8 questions total. You have to get at least 80% correct for me to give you full credit. Now, I'll go back in on Canvas and mark it as full credit, even though Connect will mark it as a certain percentage. It won't be full, but it'll be a certain percent. So as long as you get 80% correct, I'll give you full credit for it. Because again, some of the questions are going to be hard and you're just not going to get every one. Okay, if you follow, take your notes and you follow the directions, you should be fine. But some of them, again, I'm not going to have you guys take hours and hours and hours just because you're trying to do one hard question. So if you can't get all of it done, at least submit everything you can. Also, you can get partial credit for quantitative because it will show me what percent you've completed correctly. But for Hawks, there is no partial credit. It's either you got full credit or no credit because it marks it as certified. I won't know what you've done until it says certified. It's either correct and done or not even started. I won't even know. All right. But with Hawk or with Connect, with the quantitative math, whatever you submit, I'll give you. Again, as long as you reach an 80% or better, I'll give you 100%. Okay. I think that covers everything that I wanted to talk about today. This is just kind of making sure you know how this is going to work. On Monday or Tuesday, I'll submit a video on some of the practice questions from the homework. What I want you to do for foundations, for Monday's foundations, is if you want, and basically, since everything is open, let me go back here to foundations. Not there. Where is it? Okay, maybe. All right, sign out. Okay, sign back in. All right, everything is open for foundations. So if you want to get ahead, go ahead and get ahead. Okay, what I have for us to do on foundations is really nothing. Okay, this is basically just watch the video on how to use foundations. That's going to be your first assignment. Watch the videos on how to do foundations. Get signed up for foundations. For quantitative, I will want you to watch the Chapter 8 video. And again, if you don't know where that is on Canvas. So back to Canvas. Under videos. I'm probably going to put them out here. Okay. So let me do that now. Oh no, I've already done that. Courses, quantitative. And I think I've already done that. So yeah, here they are. Nope, not what I wanted. So Chapter 8 video. Watch the video. All right. What I will post down here, I'll post practice questions. That's going to be me making a video on how to do some of the questions like I just did here. Okay. What you want to go ahead and do though is before you even get started, go to Files, download. You'll need that eventually. I'll make note when you need that. But download the quantitative formula sheet. I'm going to make sure I have it downloaded. Okay. Download. Have that download because this is the homework. This is the formulas you're going to need for Chapter 8. And I will go through how to use the formulas and looking at some of the questions and doing some practice questions from the homework. All right. So that'll be a separate video that is extra help for how to get the homework done. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to text me. Any questions you have. Again, no first assignment. Don't buy any purchase. Don't purchase any books. What you want to purchase is the access code to the websites that I've linked on Canvas. Again, watch the first video. It goes through how to, basically the walkthrough on how to gain access to the websites. And again, if you don't have the money right now to get the full access, at least do temporary access. So you'll at least get started and not be behind until you can get the money. Again, I understand it's expensive, but I'm trying to make sure you do this the least expensive way possible so you don't have to buy the physical books, because it's way more expensive buying stuff from the bookstore than it is online. So again, I would purchase online, but again, it's up to you at this point. That is everything for the day, so I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe.